Speak that shit, yay. The old yay. The 808 and heartbreak yay.
Oh yay.
No, the fresh yay.
Oh yay.
Still fine.
Did some things, but that's the old me. Ah, yeah. So you walk around like you don't know me. Well, I got homies. It's still so lonely. Yeah. Man, what it do, baby. Yes, sir. Hey, man, this is another episode of this thing we call Wooisms, man. Episode 10.
10.
T-E-N.
Yes, sir.
10.
10 of them.
Die. Yes. Man, look, man, we just excited, man, to just see this thing keep rolling, man, keep rocking. It's episode 10 of this thing we call Wooisms, like I just said, man, and it's your boy, none other than Woo. And to my left, I got my boy, Big Hess.
What's happening?
Man, behind the camera, back again.
Was this consistency, man.
Consistency. We got Gerald back there on the camera.
Consistency.
Gerald, what up, baby?
What's happening, man?
Man, so man, like real quick, I just want to say we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. We've been listening to the comments and the concerns, and guess what, man? I also want to extend my gratitude out to you all because guess what? We got the shirts, baby. Mm-hmm. We got the Wooisms podcast shirt because we are the podcast of the Port City and the People's Podcast. And I want to thank the listeners, the people that fuck with us, the followers, man, even the people that don't fuck with us and just looking like, man, I'm going to get a shirt, just wipe my ass with it. Some of y'all already purchased some shirts, man. Them in the works, we going to get them out to y'all, so appreciate y'all for that. But today, man, we have another guest in the building with us. It's my boy, Alexis Bell.
Straight.
He went with the legal name. Good.
Man, look, man, you know, we was military before then, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm sorry, man. You know, I still got a little military, bearings about me. You know what I'm saying? Man, I mean, for real, man. Yeah. Young Lex, Straight, Bell, you know, whatever y'all want to call them, man, you know.
Hey, call me Bell.
Man, see, man, we've been doing this shit, man, since freshman year, man. We met at Overbound program. Woo-hoo. Then we was roommates that summer.
Yeah. That
summer we were roommates. I mean, you know, we ain't gonna talk about all the tomfoolery that we were doing. But just know back in 2001, 2002, I weighed 250 pounds. I was a cool 208, and just say this 208 could get through a window. Hey. But you know, that's a different story for a different time. But yeah, man, I got my boy Bell in the house tonight, man. Well, we actually at his crib, but he on the podcast, on the episode with us tonight, rocking out, man. So, Bell, we appreciate you for coming out with us tonight.
Thank you, bro.
Man, so, man, you know, we got a lot we're going to discuss tonight, but first we're going to get off into this self-made, The Life and Times of Madam C.J. Walker that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Man, it was, to me, it was okay. I think it could have been a whole lot better, but it showed me something about Madam C.J. Walker, a lot that I did not know besides what the history books taught us.
Yeah, because I mean, like, she's not brought up a lot, you know, and especially when you think about from the standpoint of her being the entrepreneur she was.
Right.
Like, you would think that people would talk about it a little bit more, but thinking about it too, just the time we in, like, entrepreneurship is huge. Mm-hmm. So it was probably the perfect time for this to come out.
Oh yeah, man. You know, it hit me a little bit differently because, you know, I consider us content creators. We doing this thing independently.
Yeah.
We established the platform. I mean, you know, sometimes when you look on the outside looking in, you're like, damn, man, that shit look like it could be easy. I want to try that shit. Right. But then, you know, when you get your foot in the door, man, that shit hard as fuck.
Right.
You know, and, you know, I ain't taking this thing that we doing lightly, but, you know, there's a lot that goes behind it. And, you know, just that kind of, you know, dwelled in me when I was watching the whole movie. even though, you know, she went about doing her thing a totally different way, I can still find some correlation into that.
Yeah. I think it shows the amount of sacrifice that it takes sometimes to be great. Like I think I was listening to All the Smoke with Shannon Sharp yesterday, and he said that greatness takes a level of selfishness.
It does.
Yeah, which I think is gonna kind of segue to what we're gonna be talking about today, because she had to be selfish to get to a certain level.
Oh yeah, and that movie, man, it showed her in a damn good selfish life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, you know, I commend her during that time having the balls to do the type of shit that she did.
Right.
And you know, one thing, you know, we was talking about in the background, or behind the scenes rather, was, you know, when her husband got them tickets to go see Booker T speak.
Yeah.
And she wanted Booker T's endorsement.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, like, I kind of looked over that, but I know you paid attention to that part specifically.
Man, kind of just leading up to it, you had, so, you know, she was doing well.
Yeah.
You know, but she wanted to be better, do better. But she, like, one of the big distinctions that you notice early on in the documentary is that her husband, who was all in from the beginning, well, I would say he was there with her because he had his hesitation. He had his doubts, right?
Just like any typical nigga.
Right. He had his doubts, right? Right. He had his doubts. But, you know, he ended up washing hair and all that stuff in there with her to try to get it going. But he was constantly trying to find his way and like, gaining some ownership.
Okay.
Because he felt like it was their company.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like,
no,
company.
nigga, this is mine.
She referred to it as mine.
My face is on it.
Right.
My name is on it.
Right. Which technically was his name.
It's his name.
Technically.
Yeah.
It was technically his name because her name was Sarah.
Sarah Breedlove.
Yeah, right. And his name was C.J. Walker. So that's why she got Madam C.J. Walker. But taking his name, and that's how she became that's how that name came about. But
and she still like his husband, not his.
Yeah.
Now,
Message.
Right. Now, one thing I will say is that he was constantly trying to find a way to prove himself. It seemed like by trying to do certain things to make it seem like he was worth owning some of that. You know, so which we could dive into that a little bit later. But that was the reason why he went out the way to get the tickets for the Booker T thing, because he knew that she really wanted that endorsement. Well, things happened. They were supposed to have him over for dinner. That didn't happen. So she kind of made her way up on stage to ask for his endorsement in front of everybody.
Yep.
Kind of put him in a
Put him on the spot.
Put him on the spot, you know, which is bold, right? So then Booker T pulls her to the back, and he's kind of down talking just the cosmetic industry period, and then he makes a statement, well, if I endorse you, then eventually you're gonna make more money than your husband, which then if everybody views that your husband's making less money, they're gonna view him as weak, and then that's setting us back as black men. So that was kind of like, golly, like from a community standpoint, it's almost like I would rather us struggle than the perception to be that we're weaker than our other half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that kind of brings us up to like the point that we were talking about previously, is like in a relationship, you know, where do you stand as far as if your spouse made more money than you did?
Yeah.
You know, because...
Or just in general, like, you know, or how would you all feel, you know, being in a relationship as C.J. Walker was in a marriage. His wife was making more than him. His wife was being more dominant than him and wasn't letting him feel like an equal in her company.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, like, I think about it, like, for me, you know, I don't want to sound like a Neanderthal, but, you know, being a male, being, you know, how I'm not gonna say I was raised, but how I was raised, you know, being around older men and seeing them as being, you know, that workhorse, seeing them bring in the money, seeing them being the provider.
Yeah.
You know, so if you take that piece away, that makes me feel less of a man. It's kind of stupid how it is, but that's the environment that we were brought up in. It's stuff that I know I was brought up in.
But I don't think like you're not by yourself in that thought,
right?
And I think like I was probably of the similar ilk beforehand, but like I know now that there's more authority in my title as husband and father than it is in the money that I'm bringing in the house. Now that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna sit on my ass and let my wife just generate a ton of money and I'm not gonna do anything, right? Like that part has to be earned. But if she's gonna make more money than me, as long as like she's not gonna treat me like I'm less of a man because of the amount of money she's making, I'm good.
But there it is. There it is.
Right.
I agree with Ken straight off the top, like.
So you just the only nigga that calls me King. Everybody else calls me King. But this nigga call me King, but they won't get mad when I say Alexa. Alright, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
So, okay, perfect word. Initially, I would be like, well, damn, you know, she made more than me. Like, this gonna be a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you said, at the same time, that don't take away from who I am as a man.
Right.
Like it don't take away from the natural things I bring to this life, to the kids, to the relationship.
Right.
It's just money.
Yep.
And then on top of that, how does she come at me? What's her perception? So if she has the perception, just like I do, if we are on the same accord that okay, you got this, you're a doctor or you a business owner like Madam C.J. Walker, whatever. You make millions and I make 100,000. And that's our money.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we do what we do together. But in that movie y'all talking, I haven't seen the whole thing, I've seen pieces. If she is pushing him out of the company or like he a peon in the company, if I was in that position, I would just stepped out, you know?
Well, see, basically that's what it boiled down to. You know, like I know one part of the movie, they were in the warehouse, and she came to his office, and I think it was just her by herself. He was in there playing, you know, on the little golf pad.
Yeah.
And he was pitching the idea of, you know, I guess like dolled up black women on bicycles.
Yeah.
And he was telling her, the white women are doing this, let's add color to it.
Okay.
He was trying to pitch her this idea. She was just sitting back like, nah, nigga, this ain't what I want. And he's trying to tell her, because she was going to a big meeting in New York. And he was trying to tell her, hey, take this and pitch it. And she was like, she just kept, you know, like, I don't know.
Killing anything.
Yeah. And you could look at his facial expression, like after she left, and it was multiple times throughout the movie. This was maybe like in the third episode. That, you know, when she says something or when she walks off, they're pan back to his face, and his face like, damn, my wife don't even trust in my judgment.
Right, and to give a little bit more background, he was like basically what's equivalent to a marketing exec.
Yeah.
Today, he was in marketing. Like he pitched ads. That was his job before she got the company.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like he was stepping outside of his wheelhouse.
This was his thing.
This was his thing.
Yeah.
Like, and she just kind of.
That's like if me and Tay, goddamn, we fucking both buy a fucking post office. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about the post service. You know, but she want to put her face on it. Then, you know, she eventually grows and knows some shit and can talk more eloquently than I can to people, and eventually want to take over the shit.
Instead of continuing to work together and build together.
Right.
Idea come from you. Nah, it can't be good. It gotta come from me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, like I said, if it was me in that situation, shit, I think I would have been just like you. Be like, man, you know what? Fuck it.
But
this is your shit. Like, all right, I got mine. You do you.
But two is like, every little thing that happened, like it pricked at him. It was just a little piece that just pricked at him. And then he started getting attention from that chick.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Yeah, he started getting attention from the chick. And then ultimately, that's who he ended up messing around with. That she caught him with. But it was just like, and I'm not saying, condone the cheating, but it's just like, it was gradual. It wasn't something that, like, just one day he woke up.
I'm a cheat.
Yeah, I'm a cheat. Or I feel like less of a husband.
It was just building up over time.
Right, exactly. It built up. So that's why it's like, I feel like if she had viewed him more as a partner in the beginning, he wouldn't have felt that way when it came to that point. Like the way that they depicted her, I'm gonna just say that because we just know it was a depiction. The way that they depicted her, it was she didn't view him as a partner. Period. Like that was her husband, but not as a partner in that business. And that had to be tough to deal with, man.
Man, yeah, it had to be tough to deal with.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to. I think earlier you said he was washing hair.
He was washing hair.
A man washing hair, trying to help out.
Yeah. He was goddamn packaging.
Right. He supporting like a motherfucker.
Right.
And she, nah, you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Man, so I mean, it's one thing you said. You was like, I guess you was trying to tighten the correlation from, being the man, the father, the husband, running the house versus money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mean to tell me if Till's job is paying $120,000, and then your job is only paying $40,000, and eventually she starts to feel more power. Mm-hmm. So you mean to tell me you just as long as you just consistent with your little 40,000, you don't care. But if she start messing with you as being a husband and a family man and being dominant, then you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah, because I can't speak for anybody else's household, but in my household, authority comes through me. Doesn't come through my wife. Doesn't come through my kids. Doesn't come through money. Doesn't come through anything else.
Well, it should come through money, but
right.
Money plays a factor in a lot of shit.
It does. So I'm not speaking about anybody else's household. I can only speak about mine. By mine, authority comes through me. So she can make $200,000, and I can make $50,000. It doesn't matter. Authority comes through me, regardless of who makes what.
And that's how it should be.
Right.
But we all know,
right,
the modern mindset today of a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women, right. If they make more than you, they run the shit.
So dive into that real quick, because we were talking about this off camera. And I don't even know if we moving ahead or not, but I just feel like it's a perfect segue. What people view as marriage is skewed.
Yes.
I honestly view marriage as like a partnership or a business relationship. It's times where you get to it to where, like, of course you have like love and trust as the foundation of it, but like you have to make decisions that's gonna make the business thrive, i.e. your marriage or your relationship. And at times you're gonna have to sacrifice yourself for that. But if you're viewing it as a partnership, as a business partnership, that removes some of the emotion out of it and allows y'all to just make sound decisions to make that successful. But people are like, well, people get emotional because it's like, I love him, I love her. But this is a business. This is a business.
In America.
Yeah, this is a business, bro.
Man, okay. So you saying marriage is, okay, so we started off as lovey-dovey, all this, and then we got to start expanding, and we got to start thinking business-minded. So if you start thinking business-minded, that love is going to fade away.
No, not necessarily.
I mean, I see where he come from on the business thing, like just, even on that whole, like just, this is what you handle, this is what I handle, right. Like you said, the partnership type thing. It take time, for, like in the lovey-dovey stage, you don't think about, okay, what is this person good at and what am I good at? But when you get to that level of, okay, well, she gonna handle this and I'll handle this.
Right.
Or, this is on her level, this is on my level. That's the partnership side. but it take a lot of time to kind of get to that understanding because you know y'all haven't been to that level of operating as one.
Exactly.
Right. I've never been married, still not married, still single.
Hey, nigga, this ain't Christian Mingle, nigga. This ain't Christian Mingle. This ain't goddamn Black Planet, nigga. This is Wooisms pod, nigga.
But I got friends who have, we just had a conversation. I'm out here dating, they give me advice, or I'm shooting my thoughts back to them on what they telling me. And they've admitted, you know, I'm not good with money, so my wife handles the money. But I'm good with the kiddos, so I got more of a hand with the kid. Like you say, you build up or you learn that with your partner, and then, okay, you got this, I got that. Like in a business, and like be logical about it. Like you might always want to have handled the money, but if you over there gambling all the money away, your wife like, hey, I'm gonna handle the money. You chill on that. There it is. It's just so y'all can thrive.
Okay, all right. So since y'all want to say, all right, well, you take this and you take that. What happens? Say like, all right, you and Till, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all have y'all certain bills split. So let's say you pay mortgage, you pay insurance, you pay car note. Mm-hmm. Till pays lights, cable, alarm system. Mm-hmm. All right. So if everything's in your name, but she's, you know, paying the bills and shit like that because we established this dominance, mm-hmm. right? And you get a notice or alert or email or something that says bill is past due. Mm-hmm. Okay, once you might look it over. Right. Second time you might question it. Third mm-hmm. time you like, what the fuck? So how long?
First time I'm like, what the fuck?
So what if it just something that just keeps happening?
Well, that's
like, do you say, I wife, you fucking fired from this damn bill paying? You just make sure the shit is in the goddamn account. Let me pay it. You take you take that job or that duty away from her.
So it just depends on what works. Because it's
obviously her ain't paying the shit on time working.
Right. But all right, so let's look at it like this, right? So if you're on a job, right? And say like you just got promoted to a manager, mm-hmm. right? When you become a manager, you ain't ready to be a manager yet.
So you're gonna make mistakes.
You're gonna make mistakes and stuff you gotta learn. So as long as you learn from the mistakes, we good. Now, if you continue to make the mistake, we gotta have a discussion for why you keep making the mistake. Is it because you're just negligent? Like, is it that, like, what's the reason? Because there's a reason behind it.
Communication.
Something. You gotta communicate, right? You gotta talk about it. So what's the reason that you're not doing it? And then based on that obstacle, we work together to work through the obstacle. So if it has to be adjusting this or changing a method for that, we do that. But that's about, it's about roles, bro. Go ahead.
No, I think what Ken getting at, we passed all that, and she just can't handle that.
Yeah. You just can't handle it.
She can't handle paying these bills. She buying wigs. She buying.
Right. Well, we gotta communicate, and the communication might not be like, "Hey, babe, I know that you're spending your money on things you shouldn't. What can we do to fix it?" It's like, "Hey, man, you spending your money on shit that don't matter. We need to fix it."
So you'll talk abruptly like that to your wife?
Man, we talk like siblings, man. We be like,
bro. You gotta be straight up. I would imagine. I'm not married.
Like, yeah.
I would imagine.
If you plug your single life one more goddamn
he got about 3 more times.
But you ain't checked the nigga say he said it, then he panned to the camera.
Yeah, he was
like, give me a high
Man. Yeah, but I would imagine like you gotta be straight up, like
right. But how you like? All right, so we talk about every week on this podcast, and in this podcast, we say, "Hey, look, we need feedback because without the feedback, we can't get better." Mm-hmm. I need to be able to talk to my spouse about what they need to do to get better, and I expect the same thing from me. Now, that doesn't mean that it's gonna necessarily be like it's gonna not hurt.
Like taking well, it ain't
right. Because sometimes truth hurt, but like sometimes you gotta hear that harsh message and hope that the behavior change.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah. But I know, like, just paying back to the movie, man. Like when CJ and the madam, they finally had that altercation.
Oh yeah.
And man, like they both said some harsh shit, but it looked like he was hurting more.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it was just because, like, his pride had taken some shots.
And that, I mean, and that's what I was getting at in the beginning. Like,
right.
Being a male is, just our pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pride, won't let me fail. My pride and my mentality is a hustler's mentality.
Yeah.
Hustlers have pride. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, hustlers don't want to fail.
Right.
And shit, like, it's been times, me and Tay, I was just like, hey, that ain't gonna fly.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have those conversations.
And that's I think that's that selfishness you was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that ain't gonna fly. Like, we need to do this, right?
Yeah.
Wrong? I mean,
yeah.
Again, not
Right.
not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
But look, man, man, you know what? We're gonna let you get all your shit out when we come back.
Yeah.
Because we gonna have to cut, man. We gotta cut. We gotta break, man. And we're gonna let the sponsors. We gotta pay a little few bills because we get a little bit of change.
A little bit.
I like
we
that.
getting a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't enough to go to cookies and cream, but it's a little bit. It's a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? We finna have a little commercial break, man. We're gonna let the sponsors talk to y'all, man. Then when we come back, we're gonna let Bell, the real reason why he's here, not for you to hook up with anybody, Negro. But bring your topic for discussion, man, because me and you we had a nice little discussion about this, while you was away. So when we come back from break, man, we're gonna let Bell, man, open us up, man, then we're gonna get to that, man. But right now, y'all gonna hear a word from Anchor. Yeah.
We back, people. We back, man. Back with, the boy Woo and the homie Bell.
What's up?
We just, we touched on, kind of gave a breakdown of the Madam C.J. Walker doc and hit on the key point about, like, really the roles in a relationship. For real is kind of how we what we ended up on.
Yeah.
But, we got Bell here today, and I'm going to let y'all kind of talk into the conversation that y'all had, because it was pretty interesting, to say the least. So I'm going to let y'all have it, and I'll chime in.
Let me throw it up. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, throw it up, bro.
All right, so a little while ago, I threw out, due to my own thoughts, and I want a relationship as a single man. I've been asked several times here lately, what's the benefit for a successful man, current day, getting into a relationship or married? Because it looked like myself that I don't need someone, that I handle my kids, I handle my business, bills paid, business endeavors. So what would be the benefit of a woman being thrown in there?
Yeah, I think, man, like, when I saw that, like, you don't have to do a little I guess, open up to where you got that question from. Okay. Go back and tell about the video. But when I saw it, and me and you, because you work offshore, so we basically we talking or we sending a message or something at least once a day. And when I saw that, I immediately hit you, and I was like, the positive of being a successful black man right now and finding a woman to match your level. And not only to match, like, your level, but that's going, in your case, love your girls just as much as they love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like speaking for me, like, and we touched on this back in the Wooisms episode. For me, finding, my equal in Tay, was I just knew like it was my time just to like give all that shit up. But at the same time, we had a little girl, and I also knew like she loved me for me, cause she was with me when I ain't have shit, when I got a little shit, when I started growing. She knew me for me. She loved me for me. You know what I'm saying? She accepted me for who I was. And, I'm not going to say I'm a millionaire, but I'm pretty successful. And I've always felt like that. So for me being a successful man, and then, it just so happened that we had a family before we got married. Mm-hmm. So it was only right, that we came together. So I guess like, as me being like your friend, because, I don't think we ever like fell out, had any fist fights or anything of that nature, but we always been forward and straight up with each other. And so like, I would say, because I've seen you like, whether you know it or not, like anytime you did something, like we always kind of like had a friendly competition. Like when you and L joined the military, shit, me and Julian followed.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when we was in Overbound, like shit, nigga, you was a little bit smarter than me, so I was always trying to goddamn get the one up on you. So for me to know you, I would say and I know that you were successful doing your shit offshore, like to find somebody that's gonna love your girls probably more than you is gonna benefit you in a relationship. It's gonna be success. It's gonna aid your successfulness.
I believe everything you just said. And from the competition, like your friends should push you without even verbalizing. Like you said, I'm just observing you. You just observing me. Shit, Ken did that. Shit, I gotta do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something like it. And then behind it, some help or a woman nurturing my children as much or more than I do, that'd be beautiful.
But I think some of y'all just talked about the competition part of it, right? And it's not a competition as in I want to be better than you. It's more of you giving me the push. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. See, he just gave me the push. He just empowered me. He just empowered me. But it's about empowering one another in a relationship. So when we had the Wooisms podcast, Dun was do we feel like our spouses make us better? And they not making us better, then why are we together? It's, and not from a standpoint of just supporting me financially or something like that, but if I'm moving towards something, during those tough times where I'm having a hard time moving forward, she pushing me forward. Mm-hmm. Or removing distractions from me so I can focus on what's necessary. Going back to that partnership part of it, it's all about roles, man. So what are you doing to make everything around me better?
But it is. Now we're not gonna be dumb. We're not gonna sit here and just think everything peachy. Right. It is some seriously that gold digger shit.
Oh yeah.
She take my money.
Yeah.
When I'm in need. Right. Yeah. She's trifling. Friend in need. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over time. That digs on me. My bad, I just had to bring that down real quick. But yeah, it is some women out here that are just like that. And you know what I'm saying? That video, man, man, pull that video up, man. And you know what I'm saying?
Put it on the screen.
Man, you can put it right here and play it.
Right here? You good?
Yeah, so that way, play it, man. So that way, goddamn, they can hear it on the audio and the video.
Let me pull it up.
Because yeah, man, it's some scandalous women out here, and this video is what came about your question.
Right, this video brought the question up. Y'all ready for it? Here you go.
I, Danielle, take you, Zeus, to be my lawfully wedded financial supporter. I vow to stress you the fuck out and eat off your plate for the rest of our lives. I will go through your phone in sickness and in health and accuse you of cheating whether I've found proof or not. I promise to gain weight and let myself go until you no longer want to stick your penis inside of me. When times get rough between us, I will complain more and listen less, never pray about it, and make us both look stupid by airing all of our business on Facebook. And even though I got pregnant on purpose to trap you into marrying me, I still won't tell you about all the guys I let slut me out.
I know a homeboy that happened before.
I vow to love you for the rest of my life and never, ever leave you. As long as you don't lose your good-paying job with benefits, or I'll leave you for someone with good dick and money.
Trifling.
I love you.
Good dick and money.
I
Hey, and that's the thing, like, so I'm out here single and dating, and I'm often coming across women with that same mindset. It's not like they actually speak it. It's the way it's action, where they come, the questions they ask, the entitlement. I haven't went on a date in years where the woman didn't expect everything that we did to be paid for by me. And it's like, I told one of my best friends earlier, I literally go along with a concept I don't agree with. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be able to date. I don't agree with that. I first meet you, I get your number. I'm trying to get to know you. I'm attracted, but I don't know you. You could have got ran through yesterday by the team. I don't know that.
That has happened before.
Right. but I'm trying to get to know you.
Not that I was part of it.
I'm trying to get to know you, but you have an idea in your mind already what I owe you since we exchanged numbers.
Right. I mean, you know, like...
And it goes further and further.
I feel like, you know, okay, now say, you know, we go out on a date. Yeah, as a nigga, I'm a front the bill.
Mm-hmm.
But when they motherfucker come to the table and they slide that damn shit like that, I don't need you to
make sure you ain't looking at it.
Yeah, like, you know, shit.
Hey, and that same one, she ain't gonna pay the tip either. You just paid $100 at Root Crib. She won't pick up the $25 tip. She didn't even bring a purse.
See what I'm talking about? This nigga got money. This nigga said Root Crib.
Right. I don't know how many times I took my wife to Root Chris. Once.
I like the stuffed chicken and the sweet potato casserole.
Of course,
now the sweet potato casserole is legit.
Legit. Hey, somebody has a soul.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, how many times you been to Root Chris?
I ain't never been in that.
Shit.
I don't even know, goddamn.
Motherfucking Root Chris. Then you better go to motherfucking Popeyes and stuff that chicken your damn self.
Hit Longhorn,
goddamn. Yeah, you go to Longhorn to get the goddamn what it is, the crusted, the Parmesan crust. Shit, that's the closest stuff we getting, baby.
But look, on top of that, look, I never went there. And so you know, I never went there on a date and the chick didn't order the fucking $60 steak.
Oh.
Every fucking time. Motherfucker wouldn't even look at that motherfucker by herself. Wouldn't even smell that motherfucker with a homegirl.
You know, sometimes they shop straight price. They just go straight off of how much it costs, and that's what they order.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. There it is. But, you with me? Oh, she want that $60 steak, and I'm looking at the bill.
Like,
$180,
yeah.
$200. First day, I don't know you. All right, I brought you out here.
I ain't even smelled the vagina.
Woo! And then, like you said, she over there like this. She ain't
Instagram the meal.
What's the right? Instagramming the meal, but making sure I'm out of that motherfucker. I ain't it. Could you slide to the right quick?
Right.
Bitch, please.
Nigga, she done self-photoshopped you out the date. And then put the caption on there with Chris. So-and-so at Ruth Chris alone.
I know, right? No, or they'll be like, at Ruth Chris, hashtag boss stuff.
Boss stuff. Boss too.
Hashtag bad bitch. Hashtag don't need no man. Hashtag hot girl summer. Hashtag BITCA. Meg the Stallion. Fuck these niggas. All that shit.
I don't need.
And then look back up at you. Babe, you like your food?
Right.
This is so nice.
Right.
I really appreciate it. It is so nice.
And I'm gonna say maybe 7 out of 10 times. Don't hear from the bitch again.
Right.
Hey,
but you know what
It's
though?
like
Man?
a serial dating.
boy, you have to meet them take them to rock and roll sushi.
I swear, I never really cared about money in the sense. Like, of course, like you said, a hustler mentality, but as far as having fun and shit, I don't be caring. So I'm if you with me when I'm going to such and such, well, you just with me. But behind that, to like disappear, that hoes ain't shit, man.
Man, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Woo's advocate and say, let's not act like it be some niggas out here doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I got some homeboys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we call them motherfuckers the weak gazelle.
The weak gazelle.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back, man. All right. We looking at Lion King. All right? You got Lion King?
Mm-hmm.
The animated, not the new one with Donald Glover and Beyonce. Okay, so we got Lion King.
94.
All right. Simba.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the gorge. Mm-hmm. Scar goes back. Mufasa, Simba's in trouble. What's the next thing you see? That big ass herd of wild buffaloes run through, right? They all. And then when Simba finally come out, it's that one, that last one that just run through. That's that weak one.
Mm-hmm.
So in the goddamn animal kingdom, the homeboys call that last one the weak gazelle with the female. That female that just doesn't have any morals about herself. She in a pack of bad bitches and she thinks she the ugliest one. But the most successful one.
Oh, so
Because she got low standards and low self-esteem. And that's what some of my niggas feed on.
They feed on
that
it.
weak gazelle. I probably dropped the gym, but y'all niggas know, man, look, I'm going to tell it how it is.
Hey, speak, preach.
But hey, it be some niggas out here, man, and they'll take advantage of that same weak gazelle. And you know, she's hopeless. She's successful. She making money, but she just can't find the right nigga. Because why? Because when she get that nigga, she just dishing. Because she want to keep him.
Yeah, she feel like the money.
But then that nigga thinking like, oh man, she gonna do all this regardless. I'ma do me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she found out that nigga does him, she's heartbroken. She's hurt. She back on the market. And another predator is on the prowl.
For that weak gazelle.
For that weak gazelle.
Alright. Weak gazelle. You didn't put me on game. That weak gazelle. I like that term.
But I'm just saying, man, it goes both ways, man. Like, you know, I think it's more so the era that we're in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That time. That because it's just like, just going back to that video, man. I know I have homegirls that think like that. Like, I want me a nigga that's established.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with it at all. But
that
you gotta but you gotta be bringing something to the table as well.
Right.
I mean, but like just what society depicts as successful is different too. Like, society is saying you gotta like have a big house, the flashy car, all this money in order for you to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, we looked at upon as just like average niggas. is what we look at upon. Although, like,
here go Jerry, y'all.
Although we pretty successful. You know what I'm saying? But society, like Instagram, social media is pumping it out there. It's like the flashier you are, the more successful you are. Mm-hmm. So that's what people want. Like dudes want that Instagram model. They want every chick to look just like that Instagram model. You know what I'm saying? One that's gonna give them everything they want, everything they need, and they'll still like basically have their cake and eat it too.
No, fuck that, man. Cause we know we went to school with a chick, man. I ain't gonna call no name.
Don't do it.
I ain't gonna do it because we don't bash people on here. We're not a bashing part. We don't do that.
Not a bashing part.
We don't do that.
Right.
But we went to school with a chick, man. She was a few grades up under us.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's out. She doing what she do.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at it because that's her hustle's mentality.
Right.
But
right.
I know me being her nigga,
I have a problem.
Wouldn't allow that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if I'm in that shit with you, doing the shit with you, and we post. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't be cool though.
I'm not posting. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a good goddamn.
But that's their relationship.
Tag me later.
That's their relationship.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's their relationship. But like, and then like chicks, like they feel like the dude has to have, thousands of dollars, big house, nice car, all that stuff, and that's what they consider established. Like we talked about, like they want us to be established. And like you said, I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with that. Be established, but like, what is your definition of established?
So right, what are you bringing? Like he said, what are you bringing to the table?
Because like if I was single, which I'm not, right? But if I'm single, I'm gonna want you to be established too.
Right.
Because when you get married, you want to build.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I shouldn't have to like bring you all the way up here.
Build all that for years.
Right, up here first. Like, we need to be somewhere similar.
So, all right. So, Bill, I got a question for you, bro.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I've been knowing you, probably like maybe a year or two after I met Sean. Or maybe a year. But I've been knowing you for a long ass time. And like I said, man, I consider, you know what I'm saying, to me, you one of my homies. Like, I don't associate with niggas that ain't doing shit. Y'all know me. Mm-hmm. All my niggas doing something in life.
It's just how it always is. That's the natural way it unfolds.
Yeah.
So I look at you and I'm like, my nigga successful. My nigga doing this. My nigga goddamn damn near at the top of his goddamn company, offshore. You know what I'm saying? He raising 2 beautiful daughters. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this shit on his own. Where do you feel like you're, I wouldn't say messing up, but falling through the cracks with finding the chick that's on your level?
First thing would be what you just mentioned, my job. Because of the job I have, I'm here less than half of the time y'all are. I'm here when I say here, I'm in Mobile or Atlanta, wherever I'm at in the United States, only 6 months or less. Sometimes it's 4 months out of a year. Sometimes it's 6 months out of a year. So that limits my opportunity to meet anyone. And also, what you said too, when I'm here, because I take pride in being a good father, I spend a lot of time with my children, and everybody can't meet my children. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, it limits my opportunities to date or to do this or to do that. And so basically, somebody has to be somewhat of a good catch or priority or something for me to plan them in my schedule. Mm-hmm. If they're not showing characteristics of being a good catch, I just catch it when I catch it.
Yeah.
With my daughters going to sleep or being with their moms, whatever, that would be whatever. So you get a call, whoever that chick who's not showing enough attributes or not being, she get a call whenever. Versus that girl that I haven't met, single, the girl that shows all that shows she's on my level, and it shows that she can bring something to the table and we can build together. That female, oh, I'm gonna prioritize. We're gonna make sure I see her so many days a week. We're gonna make sure, you know.
So because like you make X amount, and you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how do you? Because I've been away from the game for a minute.
Okay.
So how do you determine if, okay, I'm talking to such and such, she's an okay candidate, and then versus, so you got a Megan.
Okay.
You got a Megan. I'm just throwing the name out. The Stallion. We're going to call her Megan instead of Meg. We have a Megan. Okay. You think she might be all right. Whoop. And then you have a Cardi. Okay. So, I mean, like, how do you decide if she's here for you instead of for what you got to offer?
Time. That's all I can throw in there is time. In my little experience, as far as dating, seeing what I don't know. I'm a street nigga. Let's go back to that. I'm a street nigga, so me seeing if somebody genuine or not comes easily to me. I don't know how to say it. Like it comes pretty easily. But at the same time, you know, women can be good actors. Mm-hmm. So I gotta keep what you talking about in mind. So with that being said, it's just actions. Is she available? Does what she say she want to do pan out? Does things make sense? I don't know. You know, like time and then time. Because I come here for a month or so and then I'm gone. While I'm gone, is she still available to call on a Tuesday at the time she was available when I was here? Is she? All that stuff makes sense. And if it don't make sense, well, there's something wrong. It's a lie. Or she bullshitting. And it's cool. You know, it's cool. Everybody got their choices, and we ain't together and all that. So me, I just back off when I see that. But at the same time, I do want a relationship. So on to the next. And that's where I'm at now. Still single.
Oh, that's like the 8th time.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
This nigga really don't know. He just became a sponsor because he done plugged himself, man, about 20-11 times throughout this podcast. So this man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all hit him up, female, y'all make sure y'all come in and tag us and let us know what happened. If this nigga take y'all out on a date, because guess what? This nigga finna sponsor us.
Matter of fact, we gonna go live on the date and put Wooisms on all that shit.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that here first. Hey, y'all know how we do, man. After we get ready to close out, he gonna drop his socials. If y'all jump in his DM and y'all go on a date, y'all make sure y'all fucking go live and look, man. Hey, this might even be a motherfucking TV show on Netflix.
Bro, he gonna be like, she gonna be like, all right, yeah, look at my dinner, you know what I'm saying, bossed up. He gonna be like, Wooisms.
the title of the show, ringing bell. No, man, but look, man, we just, like, man, we finna get ready to wrap it up, man, but, you know, just going back over, man, what we were saying, man, you know, if in a relationship, man, it's, I like what Sean said, man, it's a business. It's a loving business. Mm-hmm. It's one of them mom and pop store businesses. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got one in every community. You know, if you go in there, man, the owner and his wife, man, when we was younger, like they were so fucking friendly and nice, and food was good. That was a loving mom and pop business. I guess that's what we gotta refer to these relationships as, man. That was the only thing like that. When I was watching that Madam C.J. Walker, man, they brought that to light. How she just kept saying like, it's my business. Yes, okay, it's your business, but you're in a whole marriage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta put that I to the side and bring that team together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And man, like for those ones that's looking for a relationship just to be lazy and be stuck on your ass and feed off somebody else, man, that's not gonna prosper nowhere.
Nah, I gotta be willing to bring
it. It ain't gonna pan out.
Yeah.
It's not gonna pan out at all.
Because both sides gotta bring something.
Got to.
Besides each other.
Got to. Man, so look, we finna close out. Man, Bill, I appreciate you, man, for coming on the podcast tonight.
Hey.
My dog, my brother, man, this is literally, man, he literally, it's a lot of shit we done been through, man. It's a lot of shit we done been through, boy. We done fought niggas, man. I done had niggas turn on me because I was associated with him. It was back in my younger days, back when I was just a young woo, man, out here not giving a fuck. And now I'm kindred with bills and the family. I care about life. I care about other things now. Back then, I didn't care about too much. Because I was still living under my own roof. And hanging out with this nigga every summer. and every Saturday.
I got that effect on you.
But no, man, this man, I look at him, man, bro, I look at you, man, you like another brother to me, man.
Hey, same here,
man,
bro.
from the time we, like I said, we first met, man, on that Saturday, Overbound, man, and goddamn, in that fucking spelling class, or we was trying to figure out what the fuck we were gonna do, cheating and shit.
Nigga had cheat shit.
You know what I'm saying? The first nigga I ever met from Blunt, man, and shit, that was 2001, 2002, and here it is 2020, man. We still fucking rocking, man.
Hard.
Like we kids again, man. I just want to appreciate you, brother, from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you, bro.
Go ahead and hit everybody with your socials, bro, so they can hit you up.
All right, hit me up. Straight _ music Instagram. Alexis Straight B on Facebook. And also with the topic, as far as we kind of hit on, as far as how men and women are thinking currently. I mentor young men as far as guidance and being a man and etc. So if you have a son or a cousin or a nephew that you think might need some guidance from a successful black man who understands his role, hit me up, straight music at gmail.com or straight86@gmail.com. We can link that up. My company is called Camp Remain LLC, and I'm all about trying to guide young men in the right way because apparently it's been lost somewhere in this culture, in this era. Hey, can I speak to him on the what's called? Oh.
Man, look, man, go ahead. You done did a whole motherfucking info commercial.
Look,
see, next gonna come up is Pastor Kearney. We need your money!
The benefits of a relationship or a marriage for a successful man right now is it being God's order.
Yeah.
Okay? So you'll be living a more godly life. Companionship and just having a loving relationship with a woman. Like me and bro right here can kick it all day, every day. But at the same time, I would love to kick it with a beautiful female and talk and converse and all that. So those are the benefits of a relationship for a successful man currently. That's all I gotta say, man. Yeah.
Bro, I can't with him, man. I can't with him, man. I can't, man. I can't.
Oh shit.
I can't.
Man. Y'all, man. man.
That what that brown do.
Man, look, man, y'all know me, man. Y'all know I love to have fun. Like I told y'all in the beginning, man, this is gonna be a podcast. We gonna sit back, we gonna drink, we gonna have a good time, man, and we gonna kick it. And that's exactly what we did today, man.
Let me empower you.
We sat back,
Sorry.
we kicked it, and we just had a good time, man. Look, like I said, we got the shirts out. You see it. It's the Wooisms. The Port City of the Podcast t-shirts. We got them out right now, man. $25. That's total. It includes shipping if you stay out the city, out the state. We'll get them to you. We got them in black and white. Man, look, Gerald has been doing a fucking phenomenal job,
yes,
man.
He has.
Y'all go to the YouTube channel, Wooisms Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Please subscribe, man. This is gonna be there. Look, if y'all don't like it, man, get in the comment section and say, man, this some bullshit. If y'all, I know this nigga ain't showing this video, man.
He did. He did. He
Hey,
did.
man, it was silent, though. It was silent.
He did.
Wooism.
God damn. But anyway, man, look, this has been another episode of Wooism. Oh, man. Big Heads.
Yeah.
J-Easy.
Wooism.
Straight.
Straight music.
Man, look, man, this Woo, man. We out. Peace.